welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you're new here, my name is Marta and I am grateful that you're here. I'm super excited about today's video. It's my very first time participating in the Look for Less challenge. It's a challenge that's done every single month by the one and only Yami, the Latina next door. She is awesome. I love her. If you don't know about her channel, then you just might be living under a rock. She does all types of different DIYs. She's an awesome young lady and she does it with a lot of class. Every month she picks a different co-host. And this month her co-host is Casey from Coffee with My Sunshine. I love Casey's channel. She is so adorable and her DIYs are top notch. Both of these ladies are amazing and I'm going to leave a link to their channels down below in the description box so that you can go check them out after you finish with this video. I said after you finish with this video, okay? If you don't already know what this challenge is all about, basically it's where you find a piece of home decor either in a store or online that is way over your budget and you recreate it for less. There's also going to be a playlist for this challenge. I'm going to leave a link for that in the description box as well so that you can check out everybody else's Look for Less and see what they came up with and get some inspiration. So for my Look for Less, I chose this deck mode Farmhouse metal milk bottles in a wooden crate. Now I know you might be saying, girl, couldn't you pick a higher end store? But hear me out. Walmart was selling this for $79.99. Did they lose their mind for a minute? Not only did I think that it was ridiculous, but definitely out of my budget. I liked it, I thought it was cute, and I knew that I could recreate it for way less using Dollar Tree items. By the time I uploaded this video, that item was sold out. Who bought that for $79.99 is what I would like to know. Let's get started and see how mine turned out. Okay, so the first thing I did was pick up these two vases from the Dollar Tree. They look like milk bottles to me. I needed two smaller bottles, so I picked up two of these mocha iced lattes. Not only were the bottles the right size, but it tastes pretty good. I then took my Rust-Oleum Gloss Paint and Primer spray paint in the color white and gave these bottles 2 coats each. Now while my bottles are drying, I take this sign that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, of course, and I'm going to use it as my tray. Now I tried to remove the staples with a staple remover and that didn't work, so I used a knife. I don't recommend this. Use anything else that you can find. I almost stabbed myself 3 times. I then take a wire cutter to remove the rest of the staples. Now, as you can see, this makeshift tray has no bottom, so I decided to take some cardboard and create one. Now, you can definitely use poster board or anything else. This is just the only thing that I had on hand. I'll finish up the bottom piece later. Right now, what I'm doing is just sanding off the labels. Then taking some of my Apple Barrel brown oxide paint, I give this 1 coat only, and I'm not worried about my brush strokes or anything like that. I want it to look worn and old. Painted inside and all the way around. I don't worry about the bottom. Now I go in with my Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white, and all I do is give this a dry brushing. Now I started out very lightly and then I looked at the picture and realized that it needed to be just a little whiter, and I prefer it that way anyway, so that's what I'm doing here, just going in a little harder. Okay, so now comes the weird part. Don't ask me why I didn't take just 1 sheet of this contact paper and wrap the whole thing. I had to get all weird and wrap it this way. I guess it was because originally I wasn't going to put contact paper on the bottom. I didn't think it was necessary. Then after looking at it, I was like, it doesn't look finished. So I just used another sheet and covered that up to make it look a little neater. Somebody please give Marta some lotion. God, my hands are atrocious. Sometimes you're going to see the ugly. Sorry, guys. So 3 hours later, after the placement of my contact paper, I take some hot glue and attach this thing to the bottom of what will be my little wooden tray. I used hot glue. You can use E6000 for a more permanent hold. I didn't use it because I probably will replace this bottom piece when I find something a little sturdier. But the cardboard was all I had on hand. Then I take my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink and I just go around the edges and the sides, basically doing this with a dry brush. I'm not dipping the brush in paint anymore, and I'm just going, like I said, all the way around. Now for the top of the bottles, I take this apple barrel gloss paint in black and a sponge that I got from the Dollar Tree. These are cosmetic sponges, and I've seen a lot of people on YouTube use these sponges when they want to paint like the rims of things. And so I just cut the sponge in half, and I have to tell you, this is a game changer. It makes this process super easy, and all I'm doing here is going really light with the paint. I was afraid that the paint was like going to drip all over the bottle, and I didn't want to have to repaint them, so I go light, and I just repeat this step on all 4 of the bottles. To spell out the word milk, I was going to use these stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree. Either one of them would have been fine, but they were too big for the bottles. So, using my Cricut, I decided to spell out the word milk using a font that looked pretty close to the original. However, I didn't like it, changed my mind last minute. And I decided to go with something that matched other things that I have in my kitchen that are Ray Dunn inspired that I made myself. So I went back to the Cricut and printed out the word milk by using the font The Skinny. A big, huge thank you and a shout out to Shannon over at the Daily DIYer because that's where I learned how to do this. Now this is not a Cricut tutorial, but what I'm doing here is basically placing the letters on the bottles by using some of the Dollar Tree clear contact paper. It works really well and you don't have to buy that expensive transfer tape. And voila, this is how my look for less turned out. I love that it matches the glass canisters that I have above them. I also did those, I bought those at IKEA and I just printed out some of the same type of wording. I love Ray Dunn, but Ray Dunn, you're too expensive. Anyway, this is how they came out, and I really like them. I think they look a lot like the original. Again, I'm going to probably change the bottom piece, but come on, let's look at the original. $79.99. No thank you, Walmart. I'll stick with mine. I only paid $5. A dollar for each of the bottles and a dollar for the sign that I made into a tray. I had everything else on hand, like the paint and the contact paper and things like that. And I just wanted to show you that there are different options you can use to decorate this. If you do make it, you can put straws in there or, I don't know, spoons. You can make it useful. Or you can just put flowers. I decided to decorate with succulents just to show you that there are different options. This looks adorable in the kitchen, and for $5, you really can't beat it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look for less. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And a huge thank you to Yami and Casey for hosting this challenge. I had so much fun. As always, I appreciate you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.